How to update Minecraft, my mod between versions using MCP. So basically, I have Eclipse open. I'm doing my development in Eclipse. I've got an old project, Minecraft 1.0, and I've got my new project, Minecraft 1.1. I keep different projects for different versions so that I can go back to my older version if a bug occurs. So I've got all versions there back to 1.2 alpha, and I've got another folder where I've got up to way back when, ages. So basically what I've got here is my mod files. So I've already set up MCP, the latest version 5.6 for Minecraft 1.1. And I've copied my modded files from my 1.0 directory into my 1.1 directory, my sources. What I haven't copied is the default Minecraft one, so that's what I'm about to do now. This is the main part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the new player class in 1.1, so here it is here. And I'm going to go back to my 1.0 and open it up as well. Basically, changes can be made between versions. That's why you want to update the individual class. You don't just copy across your classes because you'll cause bugs, usually. So I don't need that at the moment. So I've basically got my 1.0 here and my 1.1 here. That's my difference. So you can see the imports, there's only 2, and imports over here there's a ton. So what I'll start with is I'll just go from top to bottom and basically copy across all the new content, and we'll see how I go. Alrighty, so there's my instance variables. I'll copy those across. Along the way there'll be problems. At the moment I've got a whole bunch of bugs because I haven't updated this class yet. Now this is going to be 3.1 and it's for version 1.1. Oh, I was told recently there's a new version flag in Minecraft class. I'll just check for that. 1.1? Nope, not yet. Let's go search file, Minecraft 1.1. Hopefully there's a static class somewhere. Method, should I say, not class. It's taking a sweet time. GUI in-game, maybe. Nope, that's unfortunate. Not yet. Okay, so I've still got to do the hard-coded way. That's alright, that's fine. So I've hard-coded my MC version because I do version checking, and then I'm onto the constructor. So to update the constructor, I need this little bit here. Now, like I said, along the way there's going to be problems that occur like that because that method doesn't exist yet. Move entity. I'm pretty sure I added this method. Oh no. See, there's only that being changed, and that's in my method, so I can just copy it straight over. Like so. And that's fine. Next method, nothing there. Next method, okay, I've got some cool stuff here. So that's in on living update. And just chuck that in there. Let's fix up the formatting the way I like it. Go along. I don't think I have anything else in here. Nope, nothing else. Nothing there, nothing there. Okay, I've got a little bit here. So on my right entity. So basically I'm updating method by method to make sure there's no changes. And while I'm going, I'm making sure there's nothing here that will break my existing code. Or I hope there isn't. I'll copy that as well. And close screen, that's fine. All that's fine. Fine, fine, fine. There's my hook into the chat. So I'll go down to that. That looks all the same. That looks new, I think. Yeah. Oh no, there it is. Okay. And by new I mean it wasn't in this class, it was probably in the entity player class. we'll keep going. That's that. Push out. Sprinting. Okay, now we're onto my stuff, I think. Yeah. So everything from here onwards is just methods I've overwritten, pretty much. So I can just copy it straight over. And most of them have overwrite flags, or they should have. I think they've been removed at some point. They should have overwrite flags so you can quickly see if there's a problem. So that's been pretty quick this time, updating classes, and this should get rid of most of the bugs by adding this. There you go, all those are added. I'll save it, and hopefully most of these disappear as well. My problems. So I still got 24 errors. Okay, so got GUI console. Okay, so that's my other mod, my GUI console mod. So I haven't copied that across yet. So basically, I find the old mod in here, and GUI console. It needs console listener or something, I think. This video is gonna suck for anyone who watches it. My apologies. I should have done this before. Yeah, console listener. So just copy those into the new thing, and we'll refresh this. And I think it disappeared. Alrighty. So basically the rest of the problems are caused by MCP updating its references. So that's just a randomly generated unique name. They've obviously renamed it in the previous release. So I'll see what this bit of code does, and then I can work out what I need to rename it to. So it says here enchantments were removed for the current item. So that must be is enchanted or something, I guess. So what I'll do is I'll go to here, go to item stack, and I'll find is enchanted, because I've got a feeling that's what it is. Not that one, because it's got to do with enchantments basically. So I'm looking for a Boolean type return, none of those. Has subtypes, might be that one. We'll keep going. Probably be at the bottom because it's a newer method where it came into the last release, or the one before it. Let's keep going. Let's see that. Check the signature. What's signature? Nothing. So there's nothing going into it. Keep going. Keep going. Get in. No, not that one. There we go. I was pretty sure that was right. Is item enchantable? So we'll just add that in there. I'd say that was the last thing. I can check if I need to. What I can do is I can bring up my old class. So if I go to player helper in here, like so, and I bring up my enchant command and go to remove, like so, we can see it's not a problem here. And if I go to this method, we can see it's the bottom one below add enchantment. So if we go to the new one, add enchantment, is item enchanted. So there we go, I could have made a mistake then. So it's lucky I checked. So there we go, is item enchanted. And if it is, what am I going to do? I'm going to set this to null, so that tag compound. So if I go to here, I go up to my variables in here, there we go, stack tag compound, and I make it null. And there we go, I remove the enchantments for that item. Okay, that's one done. We go to the next problem now. Entity join world, it doesn't have that anymore, terrific. So, if I go to the world, so this means it's either been renamed, or it's been removed, which is annoying. It's not going to help. What I'll do is I'll go to this and go entity joined world. There we go. I'll go into the method. It could have been renamed by both, or either Mojang or MCP at some point. We can see there's an entity being added into it. It's at about line 1100. So if we go into the other world, wherever it is, oh, whoops, that's why I couldn't find it. Nope. So if we go down to about here, we're just about there, somewhere here. Spawn entity in world. There we go. It was just renamed by MCP by the looks of it. So I can just quickly rename that, and it should fix. Yep. So what I can do is I can go Control F. Entity joined world. I can change to spawn entity in world. Okay, because that's just a quick replacement, and that should fix a whole bunch of problems. And we're down to 16 errors down. There we go. So next, world settings that has been changed to constructor by the looks of it. So what we'll do is we'll go to world settings, and it's been changed to use enums instead by the looks of it. So if I copy this constructor, I can have a look at what I'm meant to do. I'll close that, and that, because I don't need them anymore. What I'm going to do is just going to copy the constructor here so I know what I need to do. So what have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the enum's new, like you can see. Alright, let's just check what the enum does. No idea at the moment. So what I can do is I can find out where this is used. And whoops, what I want is Control H. Do a file search, world settings. We don't want 1.1, we want 1.0, we want 1.1. We want to look for probably world, and we can see world settings. For new world settings, nope. We'll just Control H again. We'll research because it makes it easier, a little bit easier. New world settings, and the enum type is packet. We don't want that. We want GUI create world, and we've got something a little unusual. So enum, it's the world type. Okay, so you got to specify the world type in. So that's how you find it out. Okay, so you got default or flat. Okay, so what bit of code is this in? Let's just check. This is my world load part. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. Create world. Let's just make it default, and it can work it out by loading it. So we can just go world type default or something like that, I believe. It's been a while since I've done this. So we'll just go dot default, and that should fix it, I think. Yay, nay? Yeah, yay. There we go, fix that little bit of code. So next bit of code, we'll scroll down a little bit. Same thing again, I think. World settings, it doesn't have the enum type, so what I can do is that little bit of code there, I can just copy, and I'll plug it in there, and I'll plug it in there. And what's this for? It's for new. Okay, so my new bit of code, I've got now added to-do statement. Add ability to specify world type, i.e. default or flat. Okay, so that because at the moment my new thing doesn't use the new flat part of the functionality. So we're down to the next problem, which is here somewhere. Doesn't like stat name in my achievement list. Why doesn't it like that? So go to my achievement list. We can get rid of those now because we don't need them again. So this is just getting a list of achievements. I.next, I'm not specifying the type, which could be a problem. Oh no, I specify it there, so achievement. So stat name. Description. Maybe they've changed the description. Yeah, so it looks like they've changed it to description instead of name. So I should be able to just change that to name. I want to check that when I do my testing. And that should disappear. Oh no, they've... Okay, so it's private, okay. So let's look for an accessor. They should have an accessor, surely. Okay, so there's an accessor, get description. And it translates it for me, okay. That's nice of them. Get description, cool. Okay, that works well. We'll just fix that up. We'll go down to the next problems. So since these are the MCP names, it looks like they've probably updated the names. It's for game mode, survival or creative. It's probably checking what sort of game mode it is. So if we go to this, we can close that and that because we don't need them anymore. Player mode creative. So this mode equals 1, set it as creative, otherwise set it as normal, I think, something like that. So looking for something static. It's creative mode. Click right. Could be this, maybe 6473. I don't think they would have changed the name though. Enable and disable abilities, that's what it'll be. So allow flying, deplete buckets, disable damage, so that'd be creative. So this is creative, and disable abilities there. Strange they've done it like that. They should have just done a boolean there and then changed it accordingly. It's a bit unusual. Okay, down to the next bugs. How many are we down to? We've got just 10 left. So what do we got here? Effect. So that's my potions. Potion type. So I think I'm okay, so I'm making a list of potion types and I'm translating the names. They might have actually been nice and done it for me. Let's just see. So we want potion, we've got potion, let's go back here. So we're getting a name by the looks of it, or something like that. Value, so looking for a string return type, so public string. Can find one. Set potion name, we don't want that, we want get name. There. Yep, so we want get name. Just plug that in there, it should be good to go. We need it there as well. And there as well. There we go, there's the potions, or effects, whatever you want to call them. Oh, there's one more. There we go. There's 4 more bugs got rid of. Squashed. I think this is the last one in this method. Okay, water damage. This was added in the last release, I believe. So this is in the entity class. I remember adding specifically. And it was about 3/4 of the way down, I think. And it's something to do with the new NBT handling. Something to do with water specifically. And it's using what? No, it's not that. So what I can do is I can go back to this. I can go to after update, which is where the call was, and I can go to this method here. Now set air, that's what I think it is. Okay, so it's down about that far. So I go to my new one, I go down to about that far. and now I look for set air or something like that. Set in web, not that. Push out of blocks, kill entity, not set air. There we go. It's what, like I thought it was. Okay, set air, and we'll just save that. And we've only got 5 left. Beauty, and none of them are in the thing. Right class. So this is my GUI class. So I'm not sure what this would be for. I can't remember what this is for. Well, I'll do the GUI class later. I don't actually need it. It's in one of my test methods, I believe. Yep. So I could test it without needing mod loader. So I'll just save that, and I'll ignore the GUI console stuff for now. So I've only got 3 left. Local world. Okay, so that joined before. What was it? World dot join int dot in. Can't remember. What I'll do is I'll go back to my player helper and into the join. Nope. Join. I can't remember what it's called. There'd be one in spawn method. So I'll just check there. Nope. Nope. Yep, there we go. And we'll find where it joins. Spawn entity in world. I don't know why they changed these things. Cool. There we go, that's fixed. We've got 2 left. Get air. I think that's actually get air, like I thought it was. This is my attempt at starting to interface this. I didn't get very far. And set air. So that's from before. And there we go, I'm done. I can ignore those 2 because I already know it. So what I'll do is I'll set up a run configuration. It's 1.1. Yeah, 1.1. Main class, we'll call the name 1.1 because that's what it is, and it's main again, and we'll apply and we'll run it. We'll proceed, that's just saying there's errors there. And here we go. Let's see, first try of the compiled version in the new 1.1 of single player commands. And it's running, there we go. And let's just do a quick sanity check. We'll check world edit as well. There we go. There we go. Looks like it's running. We'll go. Oops. Time of day. Okay. Looks fine to me. We're running in 1.1. Remember. Let's go to end world. Try a couple of different worlds just to make sure. We need to fly here. Let's go fly 5. Alright, from initial checks it looks like it's all working fine. And that's basically all it takes to update the mod. So to update it, basically go about it class by class. Classes that are new, that you create for your mod, you can just simply copy across to your new folder. So it's simply copying up from your old 1.0 to your 1.1 or whatever version it is. And classes that are existing, that are actually in the Minecraft code, you don't copy across. You don't want to do that. You want to copy. You want to have them both open in an editor like so, and copy line by line basically, or method by method, just to make sure that there's no problems. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go about testing it. I don't think you want to see that. It's quite boring. Basically, I'm going to go through every single method. If you've seen single player commands recently, there's a ton of methods. Let's just show you a quick list. And there are tons of methods. It's nearly out of the screen now. I'm going to test every single one of those to make sure it's still working, and then I'm going to do a quick release. Then I'm going to redo videos for them all, package it in a new installer, and then release properly. So probably a few hours from now there will be a proper release. But that's basically all it takes to update a mod using MCP. Manually is a whole different story, it's a lot harder. Thanks for watching, I hope it was useful. I'm sorry it's a bit long, but yeah, thanks.